morning, Zimbabwe. I'm your host, Jackie Mdhumeni from Country Horizon in partnership with Global Farmers Connect. This is our first episode whereby we are trying to make you understand on how best you can invest into agriculture. By investing into agriculture, you would see as we go on each and every episode that agriculture is a multi-million-dollar business. So, before you invest into agriculture, there are some issues that need to be understood by a certain farmer before investing much into this enterprise. We have what we call land use plan. That needs to be understood by a farmer. When we are trying to talk about land use plan, we really need you to understand this key element. Key element number one is to understand your distance to market. Meaning to say, if you are going to grow perishable crop, you really need to understand how many kilometers are you away from your market. That's number one. Number two, you really need to understand your carrying capacity per given square area. Number three, you need to understand the good agronomic practices on each and every crops that you are going to embark on. Number four, you really need to understand your availability of water within your farming area. Number five, you really need to understand your availability of labor within your area. If you are having a competition of labor force within your area, you really need to invest in highly mechanized equipment so that you take agriculture as a business by reducing the drudgery in terms of labor force within your particular area. So, as these two companies, we are now trying to encourage farmers to invest into agriculture with well-equipped information that is precision farming. So what we are going to do on the next coming episode, we are going to do farm visits whereby we ask farmers on what challenges are they facing, how best are they turning agriculture into a business, and also we are going to do farm visits and also doing school visits whereby we are trying to educate the young generation on how best they can invest into agriculture. Like currently we are in Fakosi, where we are doing our first episode where a farmer is growing his maize for subsistence, but we are trying to elaborate more to him that besides only sticking to subsistence, he also needs to invest into commercialize his backyard farming. So it's not really all about the size of the land, but it's about what you do with that piece of land. So we are looking forward to work with you on each and every episode that we are going to embark as we are trying to bring back the pride of Zimbabwe to make it a breadbasket of Africa in terms of food resources. Regardless, is it crops, or we are going to invest into agribusiness, or either we are going to invest into livestock. As we are marching towards turning agriculture into a multi-million-dollar business, one of another horticultural business is greenhouse farming. Greenhouse farming, you can either go for colored pepper, tomato, English cucumber, baby marrow, cauliflower, broccoli, lettuce, then strawberry. It all depends on your niche market. Like in our scenario, where we've done a site visit, which is in Seke. This current farmer is doing colored pepper, which is red and yellow. His main focus is on those two colored pepper. Why? Just because they pay a better price compared to the green one. So we are trying to say it's not about the size of the land, but it's about what do you need to intend to use that piece of land that you have. This can only be done after Global Farmers Connect has done what we call a land use survey or a land use planning that determines what needs to be done on this particular land. Like in this scenario, he has a 700 square meter greenhouse that can accommodate 3,800 colored pepper in one greenhouse, with one plant targeting 4 to 6 kgs depending with the type of management. But due to our management as Farmers Connect, we can try to manage and have a harvestable yield of 5 kgs per plant if it is colored pepper. So we are trying to say you need to use what we have to obtain better yields. The best thing to do is only to do the good agronomic practice when it comes to horticulture. Then you make sure you are following strictly sprays that are ideal for ecosystem. One of the best thing to do and to transform agriculture is to utilize any piece of land that you have So it's not about the size of the land, but it's about what do you do with that piece of land that you have. So we are trying to encourage farmers to invest into agriculture, to invest into horticulture. Why? Just because the farmer is needed 3 times a day compared to any type of industry. So meaning to say, this industry of horticulture or this industry of farming is only going to be closed until Jesus comes. Meaning to say, there is money out of farming, there is money out of doing horticulture, there is money out of doing livestock farming, there is money out of doing field crops, which is maize, wheat, then soybeans. So as farmers, we are encouraging you to invite us as Global Farmers Connect, to invite us as Country Horizon, to turn your backyard into a multi-million-dollar business.
Good day, Varimi. Hamani Shamwari. The long wait is over and harvest time is near. Global Farmers Connect is here to provide you with markets, farming services, equipment, microfinance, and farming partnerships. For further information, follow Global Farmers Connect on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or WhatsApp +263 780 672 586. Musasare Kananguva Yakukoa Yakwana. We put you first before the markets. Global Farmers Connect, the farmers' #1 plug.
Indeed, farming is a lucrative business, which is a multi-million-dollar business. By saying so, we are trying to say it's not always a scenario whereby a farmer is going to invest in field crops or in horticulture. As a farmer, you need to have plans, like mid-term plan, which is going the horticulture side, having a long-term plan going for orchard investment or fruit tree production. Like what we have elaborated earlier, we really tried to say you need to understand your climatic condition. Like in this scenario where we have done a site visit, this farmer has really understood his climatic condition. He have done, or he have also planted IP-B9, a papaya, which is a short variety. This is his second year doing papaya production. So in short, we are just trying to encourage farmers to invest for the future generation. Like we are trying to fight the scenario of global warming. How best can we fight global warming? We can only fight global warming by planting more trees each and every day. You can either invest in the so-called avocado, which is the Hass, which is mainly most ideal for the export market. You can also invest in apple. You can also invest in peaches, depending with your climatic condition. By investing in fruit trees, we are disencouraging farmers only to sell their produce as a roasted. We really encourage farmers to also invest in value addition. How best can we invest in value addition? You need to make dried papaya. You can also make 100% fruit juice of papaya. So in short, we really need to we really disencourage farmers to put all their eggs in one basket. You really need to invest in more of the field farming. So in short, we are really trying to say, for us as farmers to encourage our young generation to invest more of the tree side, we need to plant trees. By planting trees, each and every year, they really know that they need to harvest a certain crop at a certain given time. So we are trying to say you might fail in your planning production by failing to harvest more of the side of horticulture field, but your expenses are covered through the production of fruit tree production. In Zimbabwe particular, we have a short supply of any type of fruit in Zimbabwe. So we are encouraging you as farmers to invest more in this production. By virtue of investing more of the tree side, we are now disencouraging the importation of certain crops. So we really encourage you farmers to invest in particular crops. Agriculture is broad. By the term broad, we are trying to say it's not every farmer who needs to invest into greenhouse farming. It's not every farmer who needs to invest into orchard farming. It's not every farmer who needs to invest into livestock. Other farmers with little resources or no resources, they can also invest in sweet potato production. Sweet potato production, it's a broad business. By saying a broad business, we are trying to say one can invest into export market, one can invest into local market. However, after your own investment, in terms of sweet potato production, you can either sell as a roasted, which is the actual sweet potato, or you can also go into value addition by offloading your farm produce as flour. So in short, we are trying to say, as Farmers Connect and Country Horizon in partnership, we are trying to encourage you farmers to invest into agriculture. You need to start small. Yes, we can. You and I, we can transform the face of agriculture in Zimbabwe, the face of agriculture as a whole to the whole world. How best can we go about that? In this episode, we were trying to elaborate that it's not always a scenario whereby one really needs to invest in one particular crop. You can invest in, you can diversify and invest in different crops. By virtue of investing in different crops, you can also earn a certain amount by year end. So our target is to educate you as farmers to take farming as a business. How best can we do that? We really need you, we really need your support to invite us. The whole world in general depends on farmers, but who can farmers depend on? It's only Global Farmers Connect and Country Horizon. We really thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube page, to like our Facebook page, and also to follow us on the Twitter and Instagram. And also, don't forget to like the notification page for more updates that we're going to be following in the year 2022. We thank you farmers for supporting us.